welcome everybody to another World of Tanks replay. My name as always is Maxwell, and today I'm driving out in the KV-1S. That's right, the KV-1S, the beast of tier 6. And this one I'm driving out just with a couple of friends. One night we decided to just have a bit platoon fun, and this is one of those replays. Obviously this one is a little bit special, and that's why I've decided to bring it to you. So those of you who know what the KV-1S and what it's capable of, you're pretty much guaranteed, well, you know what's about to happen. For those of you who don't know, the KV-1S is a tier 6 heavy tank for the Russians, and I would recommend that everybody owns a KV-1S for this reason. Look at that, left the T-28 on 12 hit points, and then Redmore comes along there and snipes him away for the kill secure. So, yeah, for those of you who don't know what a KV-1S is or does, that is what a KV-1S is, and that's what it does. It hits people in the face very, very hard. It's also pretty fast, pretty maneuverable. It has pretty poor armor. Side armor and whatnot tends to be pretty durable, so against lower tier tanks, against the 4s and the 5s, it can bounce a few shots, but its frontal armor, especially against similar tiers, so other tier 6 tanks, you are not going to bounce shots. And look at that, 2 shots there, 1 kill, so not off to a pretty good start. Spot a VK3601 in the distance over there, so I think I'm just going to kill secure him. Managed to get an ammo rack with only 186 points left. Obviously, if you ammo rack somebody, then that's curtains for them. They are pretty much out of the battle. But when you get an ammo rack when they only have 180 hit points and your gun does pretty much 400 damage, then it's a little bit of a waste. But always nice to see that there. So there's going to be another Sherman here moving in, so just going to get some shots on the side of him. He's focused on this Hellcat here, so me and Redmore at the bottom of the valley down there, Gibson, can just lay some fire on this guy while he takes out the Hellcat. Unfortunately, the Hellcat had to sacrifice himself, but it was for the greater good, and I managed to take off his last 20 hit points for another kill secure there. So we're doing pretty good, fastest fingers first here, and winning all of these little exchanges. So specific tactics for this map, with it being with us being on the defense and trying to keep the base secure, it's normally a good idea to have a couple of you go to this area, and I really like sitting in this area that I am here. Just wait till we get out of sniper mode so you can actually see what area it is I am on. Somehow missed that 1S there, but luckily somebody else has set him on fire, and he's not going to be much longer for this world. There's only a few seconds until my gun reloads, and then that should... Oh, he started to reverse, but it was way too late. After being set on fire, he should have really gotten out of there, but he obviously didn't realise that I was on the flank here, ready to pop a shell through him. So yes, I really like to take up this position here, because it gives you a good opportunity to, as you see, fire on people who came into the city from that left-hand side there, anybody who comes into the valley on the right-hand side, and then anybody who crests the ridge just over there. At the moment, I'm telling Redmore that I last saw a Hellcat in that area, so I was just covering off this area while he made a break for the city, and if the Hellcat poked his head out and tried to shoot at him, I'd be able to take him out. But it looks like the Hellcat has relocated at this time, and Gibson's just going to go and engage with this KV-1S here. So I'm just telling him to stay alive, try not to take too much damage from that 1S, because that 1S will be able to take him out in 2 shots. And then that was the elusive Hellcat that I thought was hiding behind the pillbox, has decided to come and shoot me in the rear, but I'd already made my mind up that I was coming and going to go and help out Redmore here. I see that the Hellcat is steaming in at full speed, so I try and, well, I drive on a little bit and tell Redmore to cover me off as I'm reloading, which is exactly what he does. It's good being on voice communications in a platoon, because you can make little calls like that. So basically I told him to go and cover me off while my gun was reloading and just try and scare that Hellcat away. And now with the direction he's driving, I should be able to just get some free damage through his side armor. He's got to be careful, because the Hellcat doesn't have particularly good armor, and with the Sherman there having the derp cannon, he could have easily taken off a good chunk of his hit points. So I got tracked there and used the repair kit to try and reverse, but then got tracked immediately again, which is a little bit of a shame. The good thing about this tank is because it's got very large tracks at the front there, the tracks do tend to soak up a little bit of damage that you would have taken off your hit points normally, so pretty good in that regard. But I was kind of expecting that Hellcat to stick around and try and do a little bit more damage to me, But as it was, he was pretty smart and just decided to run the heck away, knowing that he had the speed and manoeuvrability to get out of there before my gun reloaded. So he basically took a couple of cheap shots and then ran away. But luckily he got taken out by our T-25, but then the KV-1S takes out our T-25. So we spot a Churchill gun carrier over here. So we're just going to go and harass him. Redmore's just trying to give him the run around. Unfortunately, he's not in a particularly fast tank, but he's left him with only 100 hit points, and this should be another kill secure for me there, picking him off. And then their last remaining KV-1S comes in, who is on full hit points. So we've got to play it a little bit careful, because he can take me out in 2 shots based on my hit points, but it's going to take me, on average, 3 shots to take him out, so got to be careful. Although I see that the 3601's come into support, so I've told Redmore just to head off and search for the Hummel and try and flank around behind this KV-1S. I'm just playing it super careful here, because I don't want to take that cannon to the face, so I'm just keeping an eye on where he's pointing his gun. And as I see him switch over to the 3601, I aim for his engine, take the shot through his side armor and set him on fire. It's always good, especially when you're driving a KV-1S, memorize where the ammo rack and engine is on the KV-1S. So if you just remember where I took a shot there, that is where the engine is housed in this KV-1S, and that shot went straight through his side armor, hit his engine and set him on fire. And obviously he hadn't invested 3,000 credits in a fire extinguisher, because if he had, he would have survived that and at least been able to get some damage back on me or take out that 3601, because I'm pretty sure that 3601, yep, only had 83 hit points left, so that would have been a kill for the KV-1S. But no, not willing to pay that 3,000 credits for a fire extinguisher, or maybe he just wasn't quick enough and let himself burn to death. So there's just the artillery of a Hummel left. Just got to play it a little bit careful, because that Hummel will be able to take me out in a single shot. But it looks like Redmore's spotted him out, so it's just a case of let the gun lock on as the artillery shells land. And can I pick up the 8th kill? Yes, yes I can. So that's a monster 8 kills in the KV-1S, running absolutely rampaging on the Siegfried line. And as always, stick around after the video, because the post-battle screens will be coming up, so you can see exactly how much damage was done and who was taken out. So that has been the KV-1S. I have been Maxwell. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, leave me a like or favourite. Stick a comment in the comment section below. Let me know exactly what you thought. And if you'd like me to do more of these single tank videos, then just go ahead and leave me a comment and let me know. So thanks very much for watching, everybody, and I will catch you next time.